Moondance Cancer Initiative is a not-for-profit philanthropic organisation. We find, fund and fuel brilliant people and brave ideas, changing cancer outcomes for the better for the people of Wales. We chose to do a programme called Enabling Research, where we helped health boards across Wales that were not doing any or very little research improve their ability to do that through mentoring and through funding of advocates and facilitators in order to set up research in their institution.
Patients that are enrolled in clinical trials have a 3% survival advantage over a 5-year period compared with those who aren't involved with research trials. So what we're trying to do with the project is enable health boards who aren't so research active to become more active, and then we're actively going to look at what their cancer patients' outcomes are. So I've been really impressed with how Hywel University Health Board in particular have been able to set up the studies and go from a baseline level of probably about 5 patients a year being entered into colorectal cancer trials to a massive 500 patients in just a 12-month period of time. So an astronomical trajectory to get to that level of recruitment. Just blown away, really.
The Moondance Initiative has enabled us to open a range of colorectal studies across the whole of Hywel, but in particular we focused on bronchitis, and we've opened studies looking at early diagnosis as well as intervention. So having some protected research nurse time to focus on one area has been excellent, and to have a new clinician who's really engaged in research, he's got protected time, has been amazing for our team.
At least one of the most useful things that I found is that I had my own dedicated research time, where I know that 2.5 days a week are dedicated to research and nothing else. We achieved to take part to different studies and different trials, national or international. I think one of the most important things that we have achieved is to create this network and this relationship between the different sides of the health board and the health boards, but also within our own hospital. And I think from bronchitis, it means that we are on the map.
It's really opened a whole new area of colorectal research for us. So I think it's been hugely beneficial for the hospital.
Just at the very core of why it's important to be active in terms of research is if we're not pushing at the margins in terms of improving patient care, improving patient outcomes. Where those areas are focused on allowing people to pursue research and innovation activity, quality of care is often better, outcomes are often better. Staff can be more satisfied in their roles on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, it's hugely important to attracting people and retaining staff as well. If we're able to offer ourselves as a research active hospital that clinicians and nurses can take part in research and develop their careers, then we're able to attract really high quality candidates to work. And for a hospital such as Bronglais, which is more remote, it's in a smaller town, having that research to offer clinicians and other healthcare professionals is vital.
You really should be able to offer equity of access to clinical trials no matter where you live. There's a huge agenda to try and improve that across the board completely. That magnitude of benefit from participating in a clinical trial, and the fact that the whole organisation is research active, and that'll drive up benefits and outcomes for all of their cancer patients.
I think the patients have really benefited. They sometimes find out more about their condition, they're followed up more closely. You have access to the research nurses, and we're kind of quite useful. You can ring us and we can help you. As soon as you offer a research study, I feel it gives patients confidence that no, we're not a little backwater lagging behind the big hospitals. We're actually opening studies that are cutting edge. And that's really reassuring as a patient. So even if you don't take part, maybe it's not for you, you kind of feel like, oh, that's good. They're part of a bigger picture.
What we want to do is look at the pathway and target bits in early diagnosis, targets parts of treatment, targets parts of living with, and research is an important pillar of that.
We've already sown the seed for research champions, research facilitators becoming in post and supporting this wider work.
And we hope that it will become sustainable in the future and health boards will see the value of it and pick up the ball and run with it in terms of taking this forward.